Hi, well today on Driveway Fixers we'll be changing a clutch pedal switch. Okay, so the reason for this, the fault, it has not brought an engine light on the dashboard, but when you're driving it, if you're on very light throttle, I'm talking like going around car park speeds, so you're in first, second gear maybe, very light throttle, it sometimes does like a kangarooing effect is the best way to describe it. Not all the time, some of the time. And sometimes it held onto the revs when the engine was warm. It used to sit at maybe 1,000 revs rather than about the 700-800 mark. So, but that again, that didn't do that all the time. So, did a bit of digging, bit of YouTubing, as you do, and basically, there's not a lot out there for the Hyundai i800 or the iload. So, I've decided to make this video. So yeah, I'm going to try and do you step by step, and we'll have a go at fitting that. Okay. So, it's a bit awkward to see here, but this is your clutch pedal that I'm moving now. And then the white big connector up there is the one that we're after. Now it loops round and goes on top of the clutch pedal assembly, so it's going to be quite hard to get to, but we're going to take the whole clutch pedal assembly out, and we'll hopefully have a better look at it there and swap it over. So I'll try and do it best I can, and we'll video it as we're kind of going. Okay, let's give it a go. So far, we've removed this trim here. There's 2 screws in the bottom, and there's also 2 screws in the side. One there, and one there. Don't keep pulling it, because you will break it. Undo the screws. Little side trim there just flicks off. Comes down about halfway, and you have to disconnect these connectors. I flicked out the OBD2 plug there. We'll put that out of the way. I've also removed a clip and a plastic washer which goes on the clutch pedal for the slave cylinder, and I've removed 2 nuts which I'll show you where they sit when we get the pedal box out. And the reason for taking all this down is because up here, and we'll try and zoom in, we can just about get the angle right. There is just about there. That is a stud with a nut on. We need to undo that, and hopefully the pedal box will come down. So let's crack on and give it a go. So I did manage to get it swinging around. I removed this to get a bit more wiggle room, which is held on by 2 10mm. There's a bracket here, and there's one up there which you can't really see, but you can see it when you're doing the job. But now with it down swinging, we can get to this little wiring loom clip here, get some pliers on there, unclip it, and it should be down. So we'll do that, and we'll have a look at it. So the clutch pedal assembly is now out. One bolt, nut, sorry, to come out of there, one there, and one right at the top there. There's the clutch switch. That is where the rod comes through here, connects onto there. The little R clip goes on there for the clutch master cylinder. So the brand new switch, you see the white bit here is out, and it springs back out. So that, obviously a brand new switch, that's working fine. And the problem with this, ooh, no, put your fingers on that one. This one here has no spring to that at all. Let's see if we can get it to dingle out. Not really. It doesn't want to come out. Now I have read online where these have got sticky rather than broke like this one, and people have sprayed a bit of WD-40 on there or something, and I have tried that just as a thought, maybe it's just that, but it's not. It's obviously broken on this one. So we're going to swap that out, take a look at the distance you have here and here to obviously set it up right. So we'll give that a go now. So we've swapped this switch now. We undid that nut there, we left that nut exactly where it was, we then copied it onto the new switch, which is this one, put the nut on, tightened it. Now the only difference I noticed is that this wire here is a fraction shorter than the original one, but it's not made any difference really because it's all clipped in like that. And then when we move the pedal, that bit now comes out, the switch bit there comes out, whereas before it wasn't doing that at all, and so that was causing the fault. So we'll now bolt it all back in and see how we go. So here's the pedal all back in now, all works. I don't know if we can just get an angle on that maybe. Not really, it's a bit hard. Trying to hold the torch and everything. There's a clip, the R-clip that's in the pedal. Just there, that holds it in place. Oh, that's on. Oh, I did have to take the ducting out, which fits along here and screws into here. Just one screw and it just pulls out. So we'll refit that and hopefully all will be okay. But I will say that top nut is a real pain, but it is doable. If I can do it, you can do it. So here we are, the trim is all built back up. Oh, I did have to take off the bonnet pull. There's 2 screws there and it slides off that way. But yeah, everything else is back in place. So yeah, there's the old switch that's all broke. So I rung up my Hyundai dealership and they gave me a price for it, and that were about £30. I thought, well, I'll get part number off them, which they nicely did. Thank you, Hyundai. And I rung up the Kia dealership. Now I've got a Kia dealership where I live, and I asked them to cross-reference a number for me, and they came back with this exact same part, and they were very helpful in the way that there's apparently 3 switches. So there's one switch where it plugs into the top of here. There's this switch here with a big connector, and there's also one with a smaller white connector where that's white. So check if you're doing it which connector you have or how it connects on. But yes, this one from Kia was actually £16. Maybe a bit of change, but yeah, £16. So it's like half the price of the Hyundai, and it's the exact same part. So it's always worth, if you can get part numbers, ringing up a Kia dealership and seeing what price they can do you for. Well, yes, thank you for Kia, thank you Hyundai, and thank you for watching. I hope that's been some help for somebody with a Hyundai i800 or iload. Oh, by the way, this is a 2011 model, but I'm sure they're all pretty much similar in design. Thank you.